Hi Capricorns, Power and Light Tarot coming at you with the reading. And today we have another bombshell reading. Yes, we do. And I hope you guys are well. And in this reading, we have, I feel like somebody here somebody's been hurt for sure. We have bashfulness reversed. It does talk about somebody being hurt. And it also talks about this rose here. It's called Be Careful, but it's not called Be Careful because somebody's coming to hurt you or anything like that. It's really be careful not to be jaded. Yeah, it's a number 10. And, here's the beautiful, which can talk about completions, right? But completions always talk about new beginnings, right? Of course. And so, as well. And so, here, this is kind of telling somebody, don't be jaded. Just because things have happened in the past that didn't work in your favor, just don't be afraid, right? Because the whole world is not against you, and just it's kind of like that a little bit, right? We have you are unique. Let's look at that. We see these two women, and they're the same woman. It looks like definitely, and she has her hair a little different. They're both wearing a different dress, but they both have this kind of little attitude, and they're kind of looking at each other. And they call this "You Are Unique." Yeah, for sure. Okay. I feel like this is about some type of comparison that's not good, but yeah, never make comparisons. Comparing is an illness, and yet it accompanies your whole life like a cancer that continues to eat away and destroy your soul. Remember, every individual is unique, and no sort of comparison is possible. There is no one in the world you can be compared to, Capricorn. Every comparison is impossible. This is true because everybody has a different birth chart, right? Definitely it's true. Okay. If you let yourself be infected by the illness of comparing, you will inevitably become very selfish and greedy, depending on the people you compare yourself with. If you do not make comparisons, you will be neither superior nor inferior, neither ugly nor beautiful, neither intelligent nor stupid. If you do not make comparisons, you are simply yourself. Then life is a simple blessing. Yeah, this kind of talks about somebody who has been insecure, definitely. And the possum, and they call him the opossum. I feel like in New Zealand they don't say possum. Maybe they say opossum there. But anyway, somewhere they do. And I've seen these possums up close, and they kind of look like you can say they're cute, kind of, but they really kind of look like a mouse with a little bit longer tail. Yeah, mice have very small toes, kind of like a rat, but the face is very round. Yeah, and there's something the face is really white here, and the rest of the body is usually a little bit darker, and at least here with this opossum. But how do we get into that, Capricorn? My point about this is that somebody's been hurt here, and we don't want them to be jaded. No, we don't. And I feel like they are reminding themselves here, possibly, or maybe I'm just doing it here, but reminding that don't compare yourself and don't get hung up on the past just because things didn't work out. That's how life is for all of us, right? Not everything works out, and that's just, sometimes it's here just to teach us, yes, or to make us stronger, right? Especially when your planet comes around, Capricorn. Yours, Pluto, and Uranus. When they come around in a progressed chart, a predictive chart, and it can be difficult, challenging, but very renewing as well. All right, depending how we react to it. So in this reading, is saying don't be jaded, and don't be comparing yourself to somebody else. And somebody suffered. Here's the horse and the bluebell. Sorry, Capricorn. I like these bluebells. Aren't they beautiful? This talks about somebody who's working quietly. It's probably this person here who has been hurt with the bashfulness card. And so this horse, it talks about just keep going and just don't focus on the end. Pay attention to the process, which is what you're supposed to do, right? And just kind of work quietly and kind of consistently, right? And the quail and the gooseberry is here. Here's the beautiful quail. Yes, he is. People eat him. Yeah, they do. It's mostly kind of a rich dish, like for rich people, kind of. But, some of us kind of down to earthers might eat that maybe. But the quail and the gooseberry, anticipation. And somebody is definitely anticipating here, Capricorn. I feel like your person is anticipating. It could be you. Remember, the readings can be switched. But this really kind of resembles somebody who is anticipating and working slowly to come. And they've been hurt. And this be careful card talks about you can really have something beautiful, but don't be jaded because you're going to be passing by opportunities. People do it when they're in fear. And there is proof in the kind of natural healing world that if you hold back something you really want to do in your life, you can end up with rheumatism. Yeah, I was like, oh my goodness, yeah. So let's see what we have, Capricorn. And let's get some cards over here from the tea leaf, right? Yeah, the tea leaf cards. And let's see what we got. The owl, good advice from a wise person. Okay, well, that's good. And the tower, solid foundation, success with effort. Okay, so this is a good tower. It's not leaning and people aren't falling out. No. And the dagger, fear, worries, and a tense situation. Yeah, you see, so something happened here where somebody got hurt. But remember, the bashfulness card talks about somebody who just went through something difficult. Yeah. And so that person is doing their best not to be afraid. And, they could be asking somebody for advice here. But that person is coming forward to have a solid foundation, success with effort. And that's what the horse is over here with this bluebell. He is definitely making modest... this is modest fortitude. It's kind of like consistent steps. That's what it is. Let's see what we have in this deck, Capricorn, for you guys. And we have, these don't read in reverse. We have suffering in silence. Yes, we do. Okay, that's not good. No suffering in silence. But, this horse and this bluebell basically kind of talks about that. It talks about somebody, especially when it was really next to the bashfulness card reversed. This is somebody who's in their quietude and working to come forward, and they've been hurt, and so is this 9 of Swords. This is suffering in silence. She's leaving. She's sitting here looking out at the sun, and this is, I don't know if they're clouds or water, but I feel like she's leaving here, and she has suffered in silence. And this is the person who is a little bit afraid here, like a little jaded, and they're working on that. They're like, I'm not going to be afraid because I really want this opportunity. Yeah, I want this solid foundation. And at the same time, they are anticipating this. Yeah. Okay, Capricorn, I feel like I forgot to talk about the readings. If you would like a psychic reading with me, we have the tarot spread at the end. I feel like I mentioned that. And so this is, they're accurate. I'm a Silva grad. And when we're done with the clairvoyance, we go on to the tarot spread, right? So lots of fun. And very insightful. And you get two different kind of methods of, of divination, right? So let's see what else we have. We have the heart chakra and the base chakra, and the base chakra sits in the environment. This is a solid foundation right here. The base chakra is the root chakra. This is basically, based on your childhood, it is. It's kind of like an Aries ascendant thing here, definitely. But this is what holds you up. I beg your pardon. So the base chakra is the foundation, right? Your family, your tribe, your roots. And in the body, it starts at the lower back and it shoots way up. I feel like it does start at the lower back, but it is the first chakra. Excuse me. And, it supports all the other chakras, which makes sense because your childhood and all that stuff, is your foundation when you come into the world. So this is very interesting, for sure. And in the environment is, when we see these chakras here like this is saying that that there is a foundation here, that there's strength here. It sits in the environment, the base chakra. This is the, right? Of course, this is the higher version of, of the base chakra. Yeah, there's a lower version, right? When your foundation, you feel like it's being challenged, or it has been, or right. It can also be too, the base chakra can be challenged because it is our foundation. It could be that we're worried about money. So anything below the back can be hurting, your legs, your feet, your knees. And this is, what we help with the emotion code, right? And people help with chakra medicine. And yeah, very cool. So the heart chakra sits here, Capricorn. Yeah, if you guys want an emotion code session, I do those, and they do work. Yeah, they do. They help you release trapped emotions that create these aches and pains in the body, or disease. Yeah, even that. All right. So the 9 of Swords is suffering in silence, and then the heart chakra is here, the crossing energy. Somebody loves somebody here, and the past has hurt them, because we have the Be Careful card, which talks about, don't be jaded from the past. And there's a little bit of insecurity here with this card, You Are Unique. And somebody learned from that, and they're lifting themselves up, and they are quietly waiting, I believe, anticipating this, Capricorn. They're anticipating to come forward, and maybe they need healing first. It's possible, right? And the 3 of Swords, look at that. In this reading, it's called Heartache and Loss, which is, which sounds resonating, doesn't it? But she's here, she's saying a prayer, and she's been hurt, you can tell. Yeah, really interesting. So she's been hurt, and the heart chakra is here, crossing you, Capricorn, or this is your person's energy. I'm kind of reading it here like it is your person. Yeah. It's interesting how we have heartache and loss, and this is the psychic deck, and we have what's being highlighted here is not her heart, right? Because we have the heart chakra here, but what's being highlighted is like the stomach area and all that. And that does have to do with the 3rd chakra, and this is about life force desires. Yeah, and that's what somebody's doing here. They're like lifting themselves up with their life force desires, like, I'm going to go get this. Yeah. And so, yeah, it's interesting here. I was saying about that rheumatism. If you don't go after, I don't mean it doesn't have to be today, but if we stay without going after our desires, we can end up with rheumatism. I didn't really know what it was, rheumatism, but, here, or you can end up with any of these kind of issues in the body that are ruled by this 3rd chakra. Yeah. Right. And they could be digestive issues or what have you, until you have released those trapped emotions or done chakra medicine or, yeah. All right. Here's a magician. Here he is. He looks like a nice guy. He always reminds me of somebody back in high school. Yeah, he does. And this is in the past, but this magician, Capricorn, is aware. Yeah, this is awareness. This is how you use all your elements, your sword, your switchblade. Just kidding, Capricorn. Your cup, and your pentacle and your wand, right? So that's what he has typically on the traditional deck. He has all those, and you can only do that with awareness, right? Yeah, awareness. This should be the first word they teach you, when you're a baby. Awareness, right? And so we also have the 3 of Cups in the reading. This is the mindset here, Capricorn. This person wants to celebrate with you and rejoice. Yeah, they do. And that's what that card is, 3 of Cups. Rejoice in celebration. This is a reconciliation, I believe, that somebody wants with you here. With the heart chakra showing up as the crossing energy and suffering in silence here. Heartache and loss here. This is somebody who lets something go in order to have what supports them, what supports their heart chakra, like what they really want in love, and these life force desires. So, life force desires can be about, it doesn't always have to just be about love. No, it can be about your life purpose, right? Or something you really want to move into. But the heart chakra sits in the challenge. So this is really interesting. Somebody's listening to their heart. They definitely are. And there's suffering here from the past. I also feel like there is loss taking place right now. There could definitely be. This person could be experiencing loss. That's what the bashfulness card reversed is about. Experiencing loss and coming forward in order to kind of fulfill their heart chakra, yeah, and their life force desires as well. And let's get some traditional cards here, Capricorn. We're not that, we are traditional in a way. We are a little bit, right? We kind of like tradition. We're Sagittarius likes tradition, yeah, but we don't like routine, and so they're different, of course, right? So let's get a card on heart chakra here, and we have the Nine of Pentacles. Just somebody listening to them, listening to their heart, and becoming self-sufficient. It could be leaving a relationship. It could, because this woman can be single. It can be a self-sufficiency, that this awareness over here with this, magician who, he's got his kind of get up on there, right? That the awareness is bringing here. It could be, I need to be more self-sufficient, which can kind of prompt somebody to reach up for the love they really want, or to really trust their heart and to trust their soul. Yeah, the chakras are all about your soul and your energy pathway. Yeah, they are. And in Chinese, they call the energy pathways the meridians. And, all right. So let's get a card on heartache and loss. And we have the Page of Swords. Maybe this person maybe they hurt you, Capricorn, and they're wondering here. This may be you. You could be wondering if they are experiencing pain in their own life right now. The very one I am referring to, of course. And the Empress and the Magician together. And here they are. And, they said we could have cute kids over here, I suppose. But, this is in the past. And this talks about love and creativity. This Empress could talk about making your dreams come true because of the fertility aspect, right? She can be a mom sometimes. But this is really about, maybe somebody wants to marry you and have kids. It could be. But this is definitely about, I'm aware of who my Empress is, or I'm aware of who I want to make my dreams come true with. That's what this card is about, these two cards together. The Three of Cups, rejoice in celebration, right? And we have the King of Swords. There's a very cool song at church, right? But, that I like at my church. Rejoice, rejoice. But I don't really care for the pastor, not that much. He's over there talking politics, and what he likes, and it's some crazy stuff up there too. And I'm thinking to myself, these people do not want to hear that. So he's leaving anyway. So that's good. King of Swords, rejoice in celebration with it. And this is somebody who decides to reunite with you, Capricorn. This is the mindset here. This is what somebody's in their mind, on their mind. This is why they are working with this horse and bluebell. It's like working behind the scenes, quietly working. And there is loss here. But it does look like there's healing in between. Like somebody left, experienced loss, and then they left and they're healing. Yeah, this is how it looks here. Passion ignited. All right, here's this lady, and this is the Ace of Wands. That's what that is. And with it is, she's all happy and excited. 10 of Wands. Yeah, this is somebody who kind of had to walk a really hard path because they realized where their passion really was. And that's what I was saying about the heart chakra. They're like, oh, I'm not going to be here anymore because I have to, this is somebody who responds to their calling, listens to their heart, and says, I'm going to have to accept a loss here. And that's how life is sometimes. Sometimes you got to accept loss to win, basically. And the mental conflict card, it's the Two of Swords with the High Priestess. Okay, there might be, maybe you're a secret, Capricorn, maybe. But this is definitely about following your intuition. And that's what somebody's doing here, because they said they're following their heart, which is really the same thing. Right, in some aspect, definitely, or on some level, for sure it is. 7 of Wands shows up. This is somebody who's very overwhelmed about their intuition here, knowing that this is why I'm kind of suffering here, because I finally like raised my awareness, my consciousness, and now I know Capricorn's good for me and some other situation is not. But there's a major learning, I feel like there always is, because here is the magician. And before he was the magician, he was the fool. Yeah, he was. Or a little chicken at the side of the road. Yeah, he was. Without any awareness, right? I feel like chickens are pretty dumb. But see, this happens in the past. This awareness comes. And that's the concern here. The concern not in a worry way, but what this reading is concerning itself with, or what it is kind of what it is concerned with. It's concerned with somebody here who basically kind of had a tower in their life, and they are realizing that they're in the wrong place, or they're with the wrong person, or they're doing something that's not really their life path. And so they're like, well, I had to learn from this and let me move on. That's really what this reading is about. But it is overwhelming because there's some type of heartache that comes with that. And this Ten of Wands is, affirming that or confirming, right? The base chakra with the Page of Cups. And here he is. He is offering something. You can tell he's got his hand on his waist. And here's my cup with the fish in it, right? If you don't want my love, then, can you make fried fish? Just kidding, right? And so here he is holding the cup up. And with the base chakra, this is somebody who wants a new start, but it's based, they want a foundational, they want something solid. That's what this is. And their own foundation is now well rooted. I was talking about that at the beginning or earlier in the reading. Yeah, when your own like childhood, when you grow up, of course, right? And that is the first chakra. It is the family. Yes, it is. And so, when we are growing here, if we grew up with challenges, in the family, whatever. I mean, could have been a great family, but there was still challenges, right? And so our base chakra or our root chakra is not as strong as it should be. This person's coming to offer you something that can really last here, Capricorn, the base chakra. I feel like this person has cured themselves or healed, right? Healed whatever issues they had, possibly about their past, could be. Because this card, Be Careful, talks about don't be so jaded just because you had, pain in your life in the past. Everybody has, right? Yeah, we see, also rich people too, things happen, to them or, sometimes in their family and stuff like that, right? Yeah, so definitely it can happen to, any of us. And we'll get one more card. I want to see what this root chakra is. Seven of Swords reversed. This can talk about embarrassment or guilt. And, I feel like whoever's coming could be a little bit embarrassed here or feeling guilty about the past. Yeah, they could definitely be, because they could have wound up jaded here. This person could have hurt themselves in a way. I feel like there's some type of guilt here. It might be, I don't feel like it's really regret so much. I feel like that's kind of, if there was regret here, I feel like it's kind of, they've worked through that. And maybe this is you too, Capricorn. But we know they went through something bad because of the bashfulness card reversed. And the dagger talks about fears, worry, and tense situations. So something's left here, or it could just be an energy. But with the base chakra in the environment, this is really great, right? This is like nature and nurture both, right? Kind of, right? So, and this is great. So now we have a strong foundation in the environment. And we see them offering you that, Capricorn, with the Page of Cups. Yeah, he has a little attitude on his face. Do you want my cup or not? All right? I'm tired of your complaining. I'm just kidding, Capricorn. And so the material harvest, that's a joke, right? Three of Wands, Nine of Wands, Nine of Pentacles here. And this is, similar to this card here. This can just talk about kind of abundance, but it's typically, it can also talk about this woman who has her own abundance, but it's done through self-sufficiency, maybe being single from a relationship, right? Independence. And here is the desire, and the desire in this reading here is to have a new future, the Three of Cups, and an abundant one. And also some form of self-sufficiency. And because something goes away here, something left. And we see that with the base chakra. So now the self-sufficiency is somebody is standing in their roots, standing in their strength, standing in their own foundation. It is supporting them as they come, because we don't want you to show up if you're not like that. No, because you got time. No, that's terrible. Huh? Choose wisely, the Seven of Cups, and there was a choice made here. That's exactly right. There was a choice. You see all the different hands, and he's sitting there meditating, like, what do I choose? It is about the future. The birds are up in the air. He's at the ocean. And then we have Temperance with it. Yeah, and, maybe there's a Sag here. There could be Pisces or Scorpio, the High Priestess. The King of Swords is Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. And then, the Empress is Taurus or Libra. But this card talks about somebody who is grounded now. And we see that with the base chakra in the environment, the root chakra here. Yeah, the root chakra has to support the rest of it. And, I find that to be totally true, because when you study the chakras, the first chakra, when you're born and, you're little, and, you get older as you go up the chakras, as you go through them, just like you go through a zodiac wheel, you get older, right? But this is the base, the foundation when you're born, the family that you're born into, right? If you saw, and so that's what that's about, right? Is if you saw kind of things that were challenging, then, maybe the base chakra isn't as strong as it should be. That you can have chakra medicine, you can get emotion code sessions. I'm just saying there's you don't have to live with it. Whatever shows up in your chart, you don't have to live with it, right? And right here we see somebody grounding themselves. They are making wise decisions and wise choices underneath the wise King of Swords, because that's, but here with Temperance, this is I'm living, with spiritual growth and wisdom. Yeah. And also, I feel grounded, and I feel harmony inside. I feel this balance, that the spiritual growth, or this journey, or this awakening, or whatever. We have awareness here, right? Which can be an awakening for sure. But, I feel this now, and, so for somebody, this is so beautiful for Capricorn. If this is you doing this, this is a beautiful transcendence. Yeah, it is. If it is your person, same. All right. So we're going to end this reading. Get your freak on, Capricorn. Just kidding, right? I don't really talk like that. I just think it's funny. Get your reading. Get your psychic reading with your tarot spread. Yeah, definitely. Thanks so much, you guys. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe.